DELL is known for its service because it provides service at your doorstep. You don't need to take your laptop to a service station or anywhere to get it repaired. So how does DELL provide service to MIS? DELL provides service in three ways. One is when it comes to your after sales. Secondly is when it comes to selling a new product. And thirdly is the online support that DELL provides you. So here is a flow chart of the general service that DELL provides. As you know, DELL directly sells to its customers. So if DELL directly sells to its customers, how does that customer receive that particular laptop or a computer? DELL has a service provider called Unisys or TVS and Wipro. We are taking Unisys over here as an example. The production unit and parts of DELL are in Chennai. This is where they store everything. Whatever you need when it comes to production or the parts comes from Chennai. If Chennai cannot provide you in India, then they have their production unit in Malaysia, Penang, as Abhishek told you. They receive their parts from Penang to Chennai, and then this is shipped to the service provider. This is Unisys in this case. And this is then sent to the customer by the help of the engineer that Unisys sends to the customer. Now, if Chennai is the main concern over here for DELL, who provides the production unit, and the local is the Unisys provider and the customer. These two are kept in the local area, and this is received, the service provider receives the product and then delivers to the customer. Now coming to the after-sales service. The after-sales service, we have a normal computer. Now if you provide after-sales service, then provide after-sales service online. So what you need to do is, you need to go to dell.co.in and feed in your query. What is the problem that you have? This is done keeping in mind that a representative of DELL chats with you online. So you are online with him and you tell him what is the problem. He repeatedly chats with you and then he gives you an error code. Now this error code is unique to the problem that you face. Once you get an error code, a service event request serial number. This is a serial number which is given to you. If you feed in this serial number, the database will exactly know what the problem is. Now this service event request number is given to you. And in the meanwhile, this error code number is also sent to the inventory, because it will also check of which part of inventory that is need to be replaced in your laptop. As I said, this service event request number is sent to the DELL support and services database. And we have a database of Unisys service tool, as I said, was the third party out here. They are the one who are interacting directly with the customer. So first, the serial number is sent to DELL support and service database. After this, a mail is sent by the database to the customer mentioning the serial number to him by mail. So the customer knows what to refer to when required. This database, that the serial number, as you know, the serial number is unique. So they know exactly, the database does know exactly what the problem is. This is sent to the Unisys service tool as a chain. This goes to the Unisys service tool. After that, Unisys sends an engineer to replace the part of the customer which needs attention. So this chain is maintained, but DELL does not allow Unisys to interact with its customers in any way. DELL interacts with customers directly, and Unisys interacts with Unisys in the same time, keeping in mind the date and time that match every transaction takes place. Once this is done, the customer's confirmation is received by DELL via telephone when the Unisys engineer visits him. He gets the customer confirmation. The data is stored back to the service database that the process is complete, the after sales has been done, and then this chain continues in the same manner. So, sitting at your home, this MIS system of the DELL database, Unisys service tool, and how you can chat with your representative online along with the technical support is mentioned in the after sales service. Now coming to the second part of when customers receive a new product. Now, as I said, Dell is directly taking care of the customer as well as Unisys. Now, when Dell gets an order from a customer, it sends the information to Unisys that this is the order that is received, this is the part that is reaching you, and Unisys takes care of delivering the laptop to the customer. Dell also, in the meanwhile, through MIS, sends an ETA, which is an estimated time of arrival. Now, what estimated time of arrival? Is the time of arrival that the engineer is going to reach the customer. And in the meanwhile, the customer, as Abhishek said, through logistics, can check when is the logistics provider, which is Blue Dart, sending him the laptop. Now, when the date and time is what the integration of MIS is such that the date and time that the engineer reaches the customer and the date and time that your product will reach the customer is linked. It should be on the same day. So Unisys makes sure that it confirms that the product has reached the customer and then sends the engineer for the installation and the product check. Because when the product reaches you, you are not allowed to break the seal of the product. It is only done when the engineer comes and brings it in front of you, the packet seal. Next we go is the MIS system that integrates this new. We have a Dell database and service and support system. It sends the information regarding the parts, the services, the availability, date and time of the customer, and also if there is any pending financial money that we need to take. This database is sent to Unisys database where an event request information is generated. In the meanwhile, Dell database also sends information to the client that the information regarding the engineer's visit. So the integration that I showed you in the previous slide is done through this MIS system where the Dell database sends information to Unisys then sends the engineer, meanwhile Dell also sends information to the client. So this was the whole system of how an after-sales service is taken care of and how new product is sent to the database. Now, I'll show you a piece of information. Is it visible to all of you all? This is what a repair order form looks like. Out here we have the Unisys and Dell. If you have a look later closely, there's a service tag number, which is the tag I was talking about, which is unique to the problem that you face. And we have the Dell part number used. That means the information